Hey YouTube friends, I was in the baking mood today. So I decided to make a homemade lemon pound cake. If you would like to see how I make my cake, then stay tuned and watch my video. There are many different ways to make a lemon pound cake. This is my version. This is what I like. I've been making this cake for years and my entire family enjoys it. This is not a tutorial, so please do not look for specific measurements and ingredients and things along that line. I will be sharing with you what I use, but I will not be specific, okay? So if you are interested in seeing how I make my lemon pound cake, then I invite you to stay and watch my video. Thank you. So here are our ingredients right here. We have Domino sugar. You can use any sugar that you like. Baking soda, baking powder, 2 sticks of softened butter, all-purpose flour, salt, eggs, 1 lemon. Alright, so where we are now, we have 1 bowl that has the sugar in it and the 2 sticks of softened butter. We have another bowl over here with all of our dry ingredients. And there was one other ingredient that I accidentally left out, and I apologize for that I'm going to use, is buttermilk. Now, as I stated earlier, this is not a tutorial. I'm just making a lemon pound cake, and I decided to cut the camera on. So please do not look for measurements or things along that line because this is not a tutorial. So basically what I'm getting ready to do now is mix the butter and the sugar together. Alrighty, so I'm just using a basic handheld mixer. If you have one of those really nice, KitchenAids or whatever, feel free to use it, but it's not really necessary. So this is going to get a little loud, and I'm using one hand to record, so sorry for all the shaking. So this is what things should look like. This is my sugar and my butter, and I've already added my eggs. I add my eggs one at a time. Basically, I add an egg, I have the mixer going, get that incorporated, add another egg until all the eggs are well incorporated into the butter and the sugar. This is how I do it. Next, I am going to incorporate the flour, alternating with my buttermilk right here. So that's where we are now. I have the zest of 1 lemon and some lemon juice. I'm going to try to zoom in so y'all can see that. I hope this is coming across clearly because I have the lemon zest, and as you can see, like right in there and in there, the lemon juice. So I'm going to go ahead and get that incorporated, and when I come back, we are going to be putting this into our grease bundt pan, and the oven has been preheating to 325 since I first started. We are back, and the cake is already in the baking dish. This is my bundt cake pan, and what I used to grease it was this pan for baking with flour and all that good stuff, but you don't have to use that. You can certainly use butter and some flour. That will work just fine. So I will see you when the cake is all done. Alrighty, here is our finished cake. Isn't that pretty? nice golden brown. It's not burned or anything like that. So I'm going to let this come to a complete cool. When it's finished in the oven, I let it cool in the pan for about 10 minutes, and then I transferred it onto my glass cake dish. I'm going to come back when the cake is completely cool because it's still very, very hot, and I'm going to make the glaze. So stay tuned for that. We're almost there. Almost time to cut the cake. Our cake is completely cooled. So now I'm going to make the glaze. And the way I do it, I just use some confectioner's sugar, milk, and the juice from a lemon. And that's how I make my glaze for my lemon cake. And I've already done that. So this is the consistency that I like. Okay. So I'm just going to drizzle this over the cooled cake and I'll come back. We're back and the cake is glazed. And what I did was, this is a little trick that I've been doing for years. I took some parchment paper. Well, I removed the cake and I took some parchment paper and I kind of layered that on the dish, the baking dish. And the reason why I did it, or the reason why I do that, is because a lot of times the glaze, you know, once you're drizzling it all down, it can really get on your dish and kind of make it look messy and a little bit unattractive. So I do this. Once the glaze sets, I'm going to remove it and we're going to cut a slice of cake and enjoy it. So I'll be back. Okay, the cake has been cut. This is what the cake looks like in the inside. And here is my piece of cake. There you go. Alright folks, I'm getting ready to indulge in this delicious homemade lemon pound cake. I thank you so much for joining me today while we made this together. And until next time, everyone have a wonderful day. Thanks for stopping by.